Oh boy, this is inevitably happening at some point or another. Does it look like I got some sun? I was out at a outdoor music festival all day yesterday. But yeah, I have decided to change my name and direction for my channel. I mean, it's kind of already happened. I mean, these things just kind of tend to happen naturally, but I just made a video about this like maybe a week ago when, I had 2,000 subscribers, explaining that I honestly don't take social media particularly seriously. I don't study algorithms. I think there's a way you can do hashtags and that sort of shit on YouTube. I seriously don't take it seriously to the point I even understand that type of shit. So yeah, I don't really use that stuff. How I got to 2,000 subscribers, I genuinely don't know. But for the relatively few of you that have been with me for a good long while, you kind of know to expect this sort of stuff. But this is kind of like the first time that I've decided to do this where I have over 1,000 subscribers. So I'm a little bit somewhat worried. I wouldn't say worried, but I'm not entirely sure what the response is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to lose lots of subscribers. I don't know if my views are going to go down. But like I said, I don't really give a shit about that type of stuff. I do whatever the hell I want on my channel. So, yes, I've decided to change my name and sort of change my direction, even though, like I just said, it's just a thing that kind of happens naturally. About a couple months ago, I took in my car to the shop. I needed an oil change, and, I was about to go on a trip, so I decided to go ahead and get the general inspection, figure out if there's anything that is worth being concerned about before I take that trip. And there ended up being about $1,200 worth of things that need to be done before I'd be able to do that sort of thing. So that kind of shifted my financial focus. At that time, I was purchasing music on physical media about once a day. And yeah, I mean, I've basically recovered from dropping all that money now. Theoretically, I could start dropping, money to get, a physical album once a day, but it's just not really what I want to do right now. I mean, I suppose if I was making more money, I could go back to it. But right now, I'm just really enjoying going to live concerts. Mostly smaller local acts. So, yeah, I've decided to change my name to Local Lives. I might change it eventually. I kind of like the ring of it, but I also feel like it's somewhat misleading. It kind of sounds like I'm documenting the personal lives of people in my area, but it's actually, local concerts in my area. I do try to be a little bit careful about revealing unnecessarily personal information, but for those who don't know, I live between Mobile and Pensacola. Most of the shows I go to are in Pensacola. I actually live a little bit closer to Mobile, though. I do fairly regularly venture out to New Orleans for larger shows. Not quite as often go to Birmingham. The absolute furthest I've ever traveled to a concert is Jackson, Mississippi, which is about 5 hours away from me. So that's kind of the general idea of my radius. But yeah, for your bread and butter, there and back in the same night concert trips, I'm usually going to either Pensacola or Mobile. Like I said, I live closer to Mobile. I'm actually not that familiar with the Mobile music scene, but there's maybe like 2 or 3 bands from Mobile that I keep up with, and I'm slowly but surely finding more. I think I'm gonna go to a Mobile show next week, but yeah, I mean that's the thing. I'm at the point where it's more often for me to go to a show on a weekend than to not go on a show. So I'm going to shows quite often. Like I said, I live like in between the two big cities. So I mean, either way you cut it, there's pretty decent amount of driving that I'm doing on the weekends, which is more money for gas plus the entry fee. Sometimes I even pick up merch, usually enjoy some local food when I'm in the area. There's a cookie vendor that is frequently at Pensacola shows that I enjoy getting cookies from. So I am spending a pretty decent amount of money on the weekends to the point that, it's not really viable for me to just actively spend money on, whatever random physical media purchase. And y'all may have noticed that when I was getting extremely active on physical media, there was a lot of weird purchases. I was getting a lot of like cheesy 80s pop music, which I do genuinely find fun, but it is kind of I feel like a weird niche thing for me to kind of focus a significant portion of my physical media collection. And that's another thing, like, I'm kind of limited on space on that right now. But yeah, for those who follow me on Instagram, that's actually keeping relatively the same. I've decided to shift my focus from videos to pictures, so that gives me an opportunity to repost some things as well as post some things I've never posted before, just because the packaging was really complex and there wasn't really a practical way to do videos in the format that I was doing. So, but yeah, that is the updates on my channel. So hopefully some of y'all will stick around. If not, no big deal. Like I said, I don't take this seriously at all. So you'll probably not be seeing my face on this channel as often. So maybe that's a plus.